Hey y'all, Flipper Fred here. Thanks so much for joining me today as we take a look at this 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. This is a clone, a knockoff. We got it on Temu at an incredibly inexpensive price. We're going to take a look at the good, the bad, the ugly, and let's see how this thing might compare to the real one out in the real world. Before we get started here today, if you would be so kind, please down below this video, hit that subscribe and bell notification button. That really helps the little guys like us get found out there on the YouTube. I do appreciate it so much. Let's take a quick peek at the box this came in. I actually had to double check myself and pack this back in the box. I'm like, that knife, it doesn't even fit in that box. How did it happen? Well, let me just assure you, it actually does fit in this box, but ever so barely. So totally unbranded box, unlike a lot of these Temu knockoffs that I have purchased to check out. This one did not come in any kind of branded box whatsoever. So let's take a little bit closer look at the knife and the specs. I'm going to put the specs up on the screen here. As you can see, all the green check marks down the right side of the page mean this clone is basically nearly identical in all of the measurements except a few. So it came in the right length and width and open and close and blade length, even the blade thickness, the handle thickness, all of those things checked out. This is obviously a satin grind. Where we begin to differ are in the scales here. So let's take a closer look at our scales here. Well, before we do that, I'll get rid of these specs off the screen. You can see it does have the scorpion lock in here. However, we'll take a closer look at that as well. It's not really, I mean, it is the scorpion lock, and it does drop that bar down in there. This lifts up and then drops that bar, you can see, into the groove right there to lock it in place. So it does have a scorpion lock. And that's about where the similarities will end. So let's talk about really major differences. And the first big thing that you're going to see are in these scales. I'm going to shut up for a second and listen to tapping. That's pure bred plastic all day long. Yeehaw for that. Also, more plastic on top here. So typically this is a G10. And that is not G10. Typically, this is a bar of billet aluminum, and that is not aluminum. Both of these are just kind of cheap as it comes plastic. You can even see a little indentation from the molding of this piece of plastic here. So this is where they saved a lot of money. That, and again, probably the blade steel. So the normal version of this is an S35VN. You can see they did get the markings, although I believe this should be black if it was on the real thing. Same thing on this side where it says cold steel. This should be in black text. Also, it does have the cold steel and S35VN underneath there. However, I have no idea what this steel is. Here's the big question. Will it cut? So if you're going to buy a knife, even at $14, it has to cut. So I have not sharpened this. You can see there's something about the end of that belly that wants to hang up. And once I get past that, it's okay. So will it cut? Yeah, kind of. I mean, and it's a big, beefy knife. You know, that's what cold steel makes, are these big, beefy knives. This one is not as beefy as, obviously, many of theirs that they make. So it's not really intended to be a slicer. The real one would be a hard work user with that scorpion lock. The tighter you grip, the more firmly it is locked in place. I mean, even this one with cheap plastic, there's no way that's going to come undone, you know, like a button lock of some sort would. You do have to be a little careful. I have discovered when you pull this up, if you pull it up high enough, as this blade, if you get your finger caught in there, you get a little bit of a guillotine action. It will slice the tips of your fingers off. So if you have one of these, or if you decide to purchase one of these, be very careful about that. You know, this comes up pretty high, and that's how you would obviously disengage the lock, is by lifting it up. Just make sure you keep your fingers outside of that little area in there where the blade is coming back in. So there's a tip for you. Yeehaw for that. Overall fit and finish, whoa, not so great on this one. So I'm going to see if I can get this to focus in. That's actually a spot of rust. So these are on the blade stops. These little pins right here, this is what I'm trying to get to, and I have to hold my hand there to focus on. So that is just I have no idea what. It's just a crappy little steel of some sort kind of pin. It doesn't even look, if you look how far those pins come out, it barely comes out this side at all. This is kind of the blade stop up against plastic. Actually, it's not against plastic. I'm sorry. There is a steel liner in there. You can see that steel liner that it catches against. And I suppose there's just enough of a pin on this side to reach into that steel liner. But I wouldn't trust my life on this. It's fairly true to the original in terms of size and shape. Even the blade thickness is fairly true to the original. I haven't found really much other in terms of rust spots on this thing other than those stop pins right there. You can see them again under here. But then when you get to this side, that little short stubby pin barely makes it into there as well. However, that's not the lock mechanism that we're talking about. It's these pins here. The lock bar is here, and it drops down into this groove, and that holds pretty well. So I do feel confident that this is not going to like break free on me, especially if I'm holding the knife. There's almost no way even on this cheap plastic. Now, you bang this cheap plastic hard enough, and yeah, of course, it's going to shatter. So definitely not something I would recommend in terms of you going out and buying one of these on Temu. They sure do look tempting, and I think they actually advertise them as if they are G10. I mean, like, they'll tell you it's G10, but I bought this knife for 14 bucks. So, like, what do you really expect from that? For me, it was just, I just want to try it and see what's going to come. What's it going to look like in the package when I get it? What does it look like when I open it? Is it even sharpened at all? So from that regard, I guess they have exceeded my expectations, but in all other regards, nah, don't buy this. It's a piece of junk. It's just solid plastic. It's interesting to see how the lock mechanisms work. I don't have one of these in my collection, like a real AD15, and so I was curious how that whole scorpion mechanism worked. And in that regard, this is great as an instructional tool, maybe, to show people, hey, look, this is how a scorpion lock works. Otherwise, this is not something I would use. I probably wouldn't even give this to a friend or a family member just because I just don't trust the plastic and I don't want anybody to get hurt. So definitely have to give a non-passing grade for this one. They made a good effort. They were so close in terms of the specs, but, putting this cheap plastic on all the parts just kind of ruins it all from there. Many of these knockoffs are at least good enough to use or to carry and enjoy a little bit. This is one that just kind of, well, it would go in the trash, except I like keeping it around as just a kind of an interesting example of cheap knockoff knives. I'm fascinated by the whole idea of that and how the whole industry works, how they get away with it. But I'm also interested in the mechanical aspects of this, the whole scorpion lock piece of it. So definitely would not recommend this if this is something you have been eyeballing on Temu. Again, unless you just know what you're getting and you only spent 14 bucks on it, so I don't feel like I got ripped off. I got what I paid for, I got exactly what I had paid for. So I'm not disappointed in that regard. But if you're looking at this to try to actually buy it for a real knife that you could carry and use and enjoy in any way, don't do it. These are definitely just cheap plastic. All right, I won't keep you any longer here. Just wanted to share that experience with you, let you see what we discovered in our AD15 cheap experience here. As always, I appreciate your time. It would mean the world to me if you'd hit that subscribe and notification bell. Give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of content. Give me a thumbs down if you thought I did a terrible job for you today, and I promise I will try to do better. Otherwise, thanks so much for your time, and I will see you soon on the next video. Take care.